All right, Jesse on fire with my voice not really hitting on all points. So I don't know if you guys can tell I'm losing my voice, but we're going to talk about a bunch of combat sports stuff right now because there's a huge announcement this morning that is catastrophic to a lot of athletes that we care about, like a really big deal. And then there's also just some funny stuff that we can go through. That's why I wanted to go live so I could talk and interact with everybody for a while. Sean Strickland went nuts. He's so funny, dude. He is absolutely endless content. And Conor McGregor put out some new footage, which I'll show you guys right now. Hi, Sink More Kush. I'll show you guys Conor right now. He looks good. I mean, he looks really good, but it's like, bro, we're really doing this, dude? Conor, we're doing this. It's like, it's just me. Like, honestly, like, you want to know how this makes me feel? Good morning, DJ Quicksilver. You want to know how that makes me feel? It makes me feel used. It makes me feel teased. Okay? That's how I feel at this point. Now, if Conor did not do this, he'd be an absolute moron. You know, he'd be a moron because Paddy Pimblett is fighting against Michael Chandler, probably the two best opponents that he could possibly have in the UFC as of this moment, right? Both winnable fights, both big names, both guys who want to fight him. And they're fighting Saturday night. But like, bro, guy, stop pretending you're going to fight, dude. Okay? Just stop it. This just hurts my feelings at this point. Okay? I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, do you... Let me just put some thought. And by the way, so here, okay, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked talking about Conor because I get emotional talking about that guy, dude. But let me just say this real quick. Okay, so here's what we're talking about. We're going to go UFC 314 preview, at least the main card. We're going to go Sean Strickland goes ham. Sean O'Malley had some, he says that he humiliated himself. Merab did a super weird interview with Laura Senko that we're going to talk about. I want to show you guys Kyle from the Nelk Boys try to hit on Sydney Sweeney, which is fucking hilarious. There's just a million things I want to talk about right now, and I'm kind of in the mood to talk, except that my fucking voice doesn't work. So, you know, that's what it is. Dude, is chat like coming through right now? There's something weird going on my side. I'm going to pull up. Let me look at the stream on my device because there's like on the side that I watch, like where I watch, there's like something weird going on. Murder. I see yours. Let me just see. Yep. AO LMAO. There you go. All right, hang on. Let me just pull this up real quick. No. All right. Looks the same. All right, we're good, I guess. That's weird. Kinda. My chat keeps freezing. Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought, dude. It just looked like I've been doing this for 5 fucking years. You know, I know, like, I kind of know the I don't know, like the rhythm of the chat, and it just seemed off. Anyway, all right. So don't play. It seems super slow, dude. Wait, hang on. Let me just see. Did I put on like the wrong slow-mo or the wrong setting? Hang on for 1 second. No, everything's right, dude. That is super weird, man. Chat is great. Thanks for everything you do. MTG Attitude, you are a stud. Thank you very much. If that's your real picture, you are a strapping gentleman, a good-looking gentleman who apparently wants to be the MVP of this stream. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me tell you guys what the catastrophe is. There's 11 of us, bro. There's actually 260 of you. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's super weird. The chat looks like there's 11 of you, but there's 260. I mean, obviously I just started, but like, I don't know. That's really weird. Okay, so here's what the catastrophe is. That is like, this is actually a really big deal for a bunch of UFC fighters. Check this, dude. So I don't know, you guys, I assume a lot of you guys know what GFL is. Okay, GFL literally just like pulled the plug on this thing. These guys signed everyone, okay? Like GFL just signed everyone. Every single big name who is no longer in the UFC, like everyone got signed to this organization. All of them. Okay? All of them. First time watcher here, you got great content. First time. How do you know I got great content if it's your first time? I'm going to call you on that. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much, dude. Well, slow mode, I always have slow mode on every 10 seconds, but that's just one every 10 seconds for each person is how that's supposed to work. Like, it's supposed to go one every 10 seconds per person, unless this thing just like is broken or something. It's like, yeah. Slow mode is supposed to be 10 seconds per person because people come in here and then spam. I have to put that on, or otherwise they'll just come in and then I have to, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, so the GFL, okay, these guys, the guy who owns this organization is the same guy that was World Series of Fighting. And like, listen to this list, okay? The first two cards had Tony Ferguson, Dylan Dennis, Chad Mendez, Anthony Pettis, Benson Henderson, Holly Holm, Uriah Faber, Renan Barao, Alexander Gustafsson, Paige Van Zandt, Kat Zingano, and they had signed Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman, all these guys, dude. And they signed GSP. Don't break my balls, guy. Okay, I'm not talking about, like, we're talking about anyone who's not. GSP actually might. I don't know if he can fight now. I know he couldn't before, but nonetheless, okay, like all these guys, and they were giving them huge contracts, and they're just like, and they were supposed to fight next month. Dude, if you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and you're out of the UFC, okay, like, these guys need money, man. You know, like, these guys need money. So to sign them, and then a month before the event, you're all, never mind, we're just pulling the plug. Bro, like, these guys have to be just crushed, man. Have to be just utterly crushed. Why do they pull the plug? I mean, I would assume that they probably were not selling tickets to the event. Aaron S. gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, dude. And whoever got those memberships, you check out the members only. The members only section has a lot of good stuff in it, man. A lot of good stuff that couldn't make it in the like, you know, well, for a multitude of reasons. There's a lot of really good content that I would love to make that, you know, for one reason or another, I know I can't get people. So, okay, let me actually rewind. Let me talk about this for a second since I have you guys live. All right. Because I'm going through a YouTube existential crisis right now. Okay. Let me just take this off so you guys can see my face. Oops. Boop. Like this. Okay. So I'm having an existential YouTube crisis right now. And I will tell you exactly where I'm at and exactly what happened. All right. So if you go back 4.5 years ago, okay, I started a second channel. I always wanted to talk about mixed martial arts and combat sports. So anything where people are fighting against each other in sanctioned events. It would be actually just people fighting against each other, period, if YouTube allowed you to show the show street fights. You're not allowed to do that. But nonetheless, okay. So I wanted to have that. And then I also wanted to have a channel where I could talk about literally anything else. And I called it Jesse on Everything. Okay. So I had that channel up for about a year, and I built that to I think it had like maybe 27,000 subscribers. And I basically talked about, I posted on it less, but I talked about like the stuff, you know, anything like conspiracy or like, you know, anything woke stuff, any of that stuff. I talked about that on that other channel. Then that channel started getting struck for stuff about shots. And I learned that I didn't understand the way the strike system worked. And that if you got 3 strikes on a channel, I thought that I had compartmentalized my risk on that other channel, right? So I was like, all right, so if anything ever happens, if I got 3 strikes, then they delete this channel, whatever. My main channel's over there. And when I got 2 strikes, I got them back to back, right? Well, what happened was I got a strike, okay, and then I was suspended for a week, and then I got another strike, and I had been super careful in the video that I got the second strike for, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I had watched people say exactly what I said on 18 different fucking channels. And that's when I learned that if I got a third strike on that channel, they deleted me from the platform completely. Like, I would not only lose that channel, I would lose this channel also. And so I'm like talking to YouTube about what to do, and basically came to the realization that the only smart play was just to delete that channel and just get rid of it, minimize my risk. It wasn't worth the risk. So I had to get rid of that entire channel. Okay. So the intention was always to have 2 brands, combat sports, and then another one where I talked about everything. So in July of last year, right? Anybody who's been with me for longer than that knows that while I was on vacation, Trump got shot in the ear. I did a fucking video about it, and it got 2 million views in a day. Okay. And I went live that night, and that live stream got 2.7 million views. It's actually 1.8 and 2.7. So in one day, okay, I had 185,000 subscribers at the time. And by the end of that week, I had more than doubled my channel on content that had nothing to do with combat sports, just on the fact that I covered the Trump assassination. So at that point, I'm like, all right, cool. Now I have, I've got 2, I have two channels. Like I can do everything here. I could do all my combat sports stuff. I could do all this stuff, whatever. So in theory, that works, right? Like theoretically that works. The problem is that then in the back half of this year, the Diddy story blew up, and then my channel exploded again on Diddy stuff. So a second thing that had nothing to do with combat sports. So I think I gained like 40. I think I did the math on it. I gained like 45 or 50,000 subscribers, almost all on Diddy shit. Okay. So now this seems like a good problem, right? But it's not. In terms of if I want to be able to if I want to be able to cover all these things, the problem is that like I've always understood how the YouTube algorithm works. Well, not always, but I do now. Like I understand how the YouTube algorithm works, and it's like you are getting tested all the time, every time that you post against your normal viewers. Okay, so like you put up a video, your core like patch of viewers are shown the video. How much interest they show in the video is going to dictate how many people are going to be shown your video afterwards. Okay. Well, so like, dude, if you have this group over here that loves combat sports, doesn't give a fuck about Trump, doesn't give a fuck about Diddy. And then you have this one that like, they're like, all right, tell me about Trump. They don't care about combat sports or Diddy. And then you have Diddy over here. They don't get, like it ends up actually being a huge detriment to the channel. And so like you end up, anyway, bottom line is, I'm going to have to separate the content because that's basically where it's at. And so I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do, which is like, I think what I'm going to do is my second channel that I still have. I think I'm going to move MMA over there, combat sports over there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to just run the channel exactly like I was running it before, or if I'm going to like do a show with a, like with a second, like with like a co-host or something. I would only do it if I could get like a really good, like established co-host, but I don't know. It's cause I realized recently, I'm like, dude, I'll do a, I watch my analytics really closely, and it's like, I do a video about combat sports and the fucking click-through rate is horrendous. And that's specifically because it's because I have so many of my like core viewers came not from combat sports, so they don't care. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey guys, fucking, Sean Strickland crashed his car into Helen Yee's, Yukon, and then told her to go fuck herself. People are like, okay, like tell me about RFK. They don't care, so they don't click. So it destroys my channel. Okay, so like that's why, that's why. So like dude, what's up with Sean Strickland? Lots of clickbait. Stop laughing. Oh, hey guys. So here's another thing that I do for for entertainment. Why don't you go sit on timeout, fuckwit? Okay? It's not your show. I'll tell you exactly what Sean Strickland did in a second. As soon as I'm done explaining why I don't talk about combat sports very much right now. Okay? There you go. Anyway, but like, I don't know, my theory was always like, I'm interested in these things. So like everybody's interested in the same things. And it's like, yeah, no, not really. Like just because someone loves combat sports doesn't mean they give a fuck about Diddy. And just because they like Diddy doesn't mean they give a fuck about Trump or any of that stuff. So it's just one of those things, dude. It's just one of those things. Well, there you go, dude. Hey, you want to know the shocking thing? Literally is all you have to do. Like, if you want me to pay, like, super chat $2 if you really want my attention. I never miss a super chat. I immediately responded to super chats every single time. Okay. It's not because I give it, like, it's not about the money, dude. It's just, I get going, man. I just get going. Right? Anyway, I appreciate that, but I think I'm probably going to have to move MMA, at least like niche MMA over to the other channel. I just have to, dude, because there's no, like, even people who think like, oh yeah, I like UFC, they don't care about the kind of stuff I care about. They're not going to click on it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rod D. I appreciate that, dude. And that's true. I mean, I make bank on whatever. I mean, I make literally views equals bank. It's that simple. Like, I've been lucky that now I have like long-term sponsorships. Like I sign like long-term deals now. So I don't really have to stress out that much about that, but I care about the channel. And I don't know, man, you can't like, I don't know. I guess it's like a good problem, but it's like not, it's not a good problem. I would ideally like to keep everything on one channel, but I don't think I can. You know what I mean? All right. So let's do the, which one should we start with? All right. So again, in case you guys just came on, I just find this utterly hilarious, dude, that Conor keeps doing this to us. Okay. Check this out. So this is Conor McGregor. Okay. The day before UFC, or 2 days before UFC 314. And he's like, look, guys, look how good I look. Okay, look how good I look hitting mitts.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just here.
And the problem is he does look good, which is infuriating, dude. It's absolutely infuriating. It's infuriating because, God, man, just fight. For fuck's sake, man. Just fight. For God's sake. Oh, it hurts, man. It hurts. That's true, dude. The people playing tennis are like, look at this fucking weirdo, dude. Hey, relax. Don't you like who hits mitts outside, guy? Why don't you go find a gym? Oops. Yeah, I mean, political views are in demand. That's true, but here's the thing, dude. If we really wanted to talk inside baseball, I would pull open my my analytics and show you that in the political stuff, like YouTube literally shows no one knew my stuff. All of my, so like after the Trump stuff happened, so like, well, just to put this in perspective, okay, so in 2023, I gained I think like 40, I think like, I don't know, between 40 and 45,000 subscribers in all of 2023. Okay. In the month of July of 2024, I gained like 200,000, which got me to like 380,000. Okay. I currently have 435,000. So from July to now is whatever that is, 50, I don't know, whatever, like 53 or something like that. I don't know. But like 40,000 of that is all on Diddy stuff. Okay. Almost none of that is on political stuff after probably, it's like whatever restrictions they had turned off, or they had like not flagged my channel for politics stuff starting in like November, the whatever setting they put on, it's like, yeah, if this guy's talking politics, then it doesn't, no one else needs to see it. I don't know if that's like a you know, like a site-wide thing. It doesn't apply to other content though. If I cover Diddy, like, and it's a good video, it'll get shown to everybody. But if I talk about RFK, Trump, fucking any, you know, Elon Musk, anything that looks politics, literally no one that is not subscribed to my channel sees it, dude. No one. Like, no one. It's unbelievable. Even Joe Rogan stuff gets siloed now, which is bizarre. I mean, well, it's really infuriating. But anyway, I'm dealing with a lot having to do with that. Dude, I remember that too, because the second channel that I have that I would move the MMA stuff over to is still the channel he and I were going to do our show on. And like, because I remember when we were doing our first stream together, I hit 100,000 and he had like, I don't know, he was right behind me. I know he was in the 80s. I can't remember. He was like 85 or something like that, 85,000. And then, and I hit 100,000 like that day. Like I actually hit it while we were on our stream. And then he passed me for like, he had passed me for a while. Then, you know, obviously like when that miracle thing happened, I passed him, but like, but you know, it's like he's obviously fucking crushing it. He crushes me on views, at least like on per video. Like on per video, Guru fucking smashes me on views. He smashes fucking everyone though. Guru obliterates literally there's no one who even comes close to his views in MMA per video. Unless I'm forgetting someone. You know? But I'm not. Okay, so what am I doing here? Oh yeah, okay. So here. So let's look at this. So this is so like I said, the story about the GFL pulling the plug is nightmarish, and I guarantee all those guys are just absolutely fucking crushed, dude. Like that makes me just sad for those guys, man. Dude, the second channel with conspiracy stuff is my current channel now. I mean, that's what I'm saying is like, it flipped, you know, like now all the conspiracy stuff is like what I do now. I literally did a video yesterday about the dude who, you know, the OpenAI guy that supposedly got shot, you know, that shot himself. It got age restricted, which is infuriating, dude. Dude, you guys want to see the kind of shit that I deal with on my channel? Let me show you something. Let me show you a message that I got from YouTube last night, just because this is so aggravating, dude. Okay, check this out. Oops. Okay. I got this from YouTube last night. Hi there. We're reaching out because members of the YouTube community, including fellow creators, viewers, or staff, have expressed concern for your safety or well-being after coming across content you posted with topics related to suicide or self-harm. Okay. So like, I get that from YouTube and I'm like, what the, like, what? It's a video about a kid who definitely didn't, or in my opinion, did not commit suicide. And I was going through all of the evidence related to that. And so when you read it closely, it basically says that like, oh, someone flagged it and said that like, you know, you should be concerned about this guy harming himself. And then they fucking age restricted it. That's the kind of shit that I deal with all the time. You know, where I'm like, dude, who does that? Who does that? Who's watching my video and is all, I know, I'll report him and say that he's thinking about killing himself. It's like, dude, I would never do that to anyone. For the record, I would never do that. Okay. No matter how much I dislike a person, I am never, ever, ever going to go after your channel like that. Google user says, I'm retarded, so make sure you tell us where you move content. Is your shirt a shout out to Conor? It is, dude. It is. But I will, dude. I mean, for right now, the main other channel where you can see all the best stuff is Play with Matches with Gabrielle and I. Like this one. Like we do, Gabrielle and I put content up on this channel all the time. Like at least, I don't know, three, 4 videos a week. And looking at the analytics like a psycho, which I do, it is crystal clear which channel everybody likes more. It's that one. That one's analytics are ridiculous. Like my average watch time on the videos are the same length. The average watch time on my videos has always actually been around 8 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, like the average watch time is a super big deal. So 8 minutes, 30 seconds is the average watch time on mine. On me and Gabrielle's, it's like 12 and a half minutes. It's like, I mean, that's an astronomical difference. Astronomical. So clearly people think I am less entertaining than I am in conjunction with Gabrielle. How young do you think RFK Jr. went on the island? Dude, did he go on? I know you always do this and try to break up my balls with that stuff. I don't know if he went, like, are you sure that he went on the island? Because let me see if there's anything on that. Dude, you want to keep paying to fucking troll, you feel free, my man. So he was on the plane, I guess, but it doesn't say that he went to the island. I'm reading about it right now. Yeah, I don't know. MTG Attitude, you are definitely the MVP of this stream. Thank you very much, my dude. Honestly, I think a Patty versus Conor fight, if Conor is even like at 70%, it would be an amazing fight, man. If you were on Rumble, would you still pretend a USS Liberty was a whoopsie? I never talk about that. I never talk about the USS Liberty. I never talk. Like, when do I ever talk about Israel stuff? Never. Crash Burn, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much. Well, I don't think, like, I just think obviously Gabrielle's really talented on camera also. I just think like having like us being able to talk, it makes it better. Like we have a good chemistry and back and forth. Hi, Shane. Hello back to you, my dude. Okay, so let me go over here. So let's listen to what Sean Strickland said, because what I was actually talking about is this thing that he did to Helen Yee, which is like, but we'll watch this first. Whoa, wait, what was that? Oh, wow. You were talking about the USS Liberty here, dude. Y'all give Israel way too much credit. Who do you think gave the order on USS Liberty? U.S. government is the puppet master. Why would the U.S. government have Israel mistakenly attack one of the United States destroyers? That makes no sense. That, like, I don't even, someone make that make sense to me. Okay, so Strickland said, I've been saying it for years. Never trust a Chinaman. Chinaman equals enemy. Helen Yee, enemy. Now, I know he's friends with Helen Yee, but look at how she responded to this, dude. I didn't understand what she was saying at first. It's like, so Strickland thinks I'm the enemy, but you be the judge. Am I really the enemy? And I was looking at that like, now you guys tell me if you can figure out what her point is. What's she saying? What is Helen Yee? What's Helen Yee's point here? Okay. Like, I was just looking at it, I'm like, but you be the judge. Am I really the enemy? What do you guys think? Because it's hilarious why it took me so long to figure out like what her point was, which is fucking hilarious. Okay. Look at, okay. Am I really the enemy? All right, now you guys get it? There you go. That's right. Now, it should have been obvious, right? Should have been obvious that was what her point was. But because the flag is over a pair of enhanced boobs, I was just like, wait, I don't understand. Like, it's like my brain couldn't compute that she was like, I'm wearing an American flag bikini. Which I thought was the funniest thing afterwards. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like on that South Park episode where they're like how they're like boobs just break dudes' brains. It's like, I mean, that still apparently is the case because it should have been obvious what her point was, and I just couldn't figure it out. All right, so Strickland went ham again. Let's watch this together.
I want to tell you why I fucking love you guys. A lot of you guys out there, man, you guys are fucking worthless. You're fucking fat. You're fucking ugly. You don't leave your house. You don't know what fucking pussy tastes like. You don't know what pussy feels like.
Hey, you know who he's talking to? He's talking to you, Jay Rodriguez. Specifically, he was talking about you.
It's real fucking bad, man. It's real bad. A lot of you guys, man, suicide would be a better fucking choice than what you got going on with your life. But back in the day, dude, when my career started, me and you guys, we were one of the fucking same, man. Before I had fucking money, before I started investing in real estate and cars and shit, I was one of you guys. And you miserable fucks, man, we had a lot of good times together. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking dirty fucking pussy leftists I can't fucking stand, dude. All the hate you guys would give me, I fucking, we were one of the same. All you fucking borderline Nazis, actually fucking Nazis. A lot of you guys are fucking Nazis, man. But we were all the same in this cesspool of fucking Twitter, man. And for that, man, I'll never forget you guys. And I fucking love you guys.
Oh my God, he's so funny, dude. That is hilarious. So it didn't take Sean that long before he started flexing cash, dude. Didn't take very long, So as soon as he defends his title, so whenever that was against Dricus du Plessis in the fight that he absolutely won, in my opinion, and I watched it a few times. But so that one, he gets his first 7-figure paycheck. And however long it's been now, he's all, listen, I was one of you guys until I got that real estate and cars and all that other shit that I got balling my balls off, dog. You wish you little cesspool pussies could have some of my real estate and the shit I got invested, bitches. That's funny. I think Helen Yee's photo was in reference to Eric Swalwell and the Fang Thing. Oh, that's funny, dude. Hey, raise your hand if you understand that joke. I'm serious. No one give it away. Just say yes or no. Do you understand that joke? Because that'll tell a lot about how much you pay attention to the kinds of things that I pay attention to. Yes or no, guys. I'll explain it afterwards. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not like there's no wrong answer. It's just, do you understand this joke? The Eric Swalwell and Fang Fang joke. Yeah. There we go. I'll show you guys. Here. Oh, man. Here you go. Here you go. Eric, who is Christine, a.k.a. Fang Fang, suspected Chinese spy tied to Eric Swalwell? I'll tell you. So there's a lot of ways to get Congress people to start talking, If you're from China, as an example, and you're like, I really would like this guy to tell me things he's not supposed to tell me, I wonder how I could do that. And it's like, well, you could befriend him over a matter of years, a matter of years, and you could really get in there and, I don't know, earn his trust one way or the other, or you could bang him, So that right there is a Chinese spy, and that is Eric Swalwell, and he fell for that honey trap. She smashed his little body into the ground, you know? And he was all, oh my God, listen, Fang Fang. When I was on the ethics committee and when I was on the House Oversight Committee, here are some top secret information that I could tell you. Don't tell anyone. She's like, I'm not going to tell anyone. Are you serious? I've had your penis in my mouth. Obviously, we're in this together. Like, we have a big secret together. So go ahead, tell me everything, you fucking sucker. You sucker. Sucker. So yeah, anytime you hear Eric Swalwell try to talk shit, just be like, hey, why don't you bang another Chinese spy, you fucking gullible ass idiot. The UFC news, the main, like the big one that's catastrophic is this. They catastrophic for all the fighters is GFL that signed literally every single star that you've ever heard of that's not in the UFC and is not, you know, Anderson Silva, GSP, or Khabib. They are all signed and they just pulled the plug. So none of these guys are going to get that money. It's terrible, dude. Also, though, check this out, dude. Did you guys hear about this? Look at this, dude. Look at this little number. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then
he was going to fight Tank. First of all, I don't really understand how they were going to do that because like they are not even in remotely near the same weight class, obviously. But that is I don't even know what to say about that. That would be the first. I mean, it'd be the first time one of these guys fights like a real in their prime superstar fighter. But Tank Davis against Jake Paul. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I would be excited to watch that fight, man. I would be really excited to watch that fight. But yeah, it's over. Ankalaev and Alex Pereira rematch is going to be going down in Chicago this August. I was at that fight. And, you know, I actually have not watched, Lewis, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I have not watched the replay, but I'll tell you right now, the entire fight, well, starting in like the second round or whatever, I said, dude, I was saying to the guys that were with me, I was like, I think Pereira's hand is broken. Like, I think his hand's broken because it seemed obvious to me that there was something wrong and he wasn't pulling the trigger, you know? But, so I believe it. Like him saying that his hand was broken, I completely believe it because I was saying it during the fight. But we'll see. You know, we will definitely see. Check this out, dude.
Yeah.
This is Laura Senko and Merab.
Did you grow up around cows?
Yeah.
You know how to preg check a cow, right? You have to put your arm all the way inside the cow.
I mean, we don't do that in my village. Like, yeah. Maybe in Dagestan.
How do you know if your cows are pregnant or not?
Oh, you gotta witness when the cows wants to make love. You know, they have season. The girl cows going crazy. Like now she wants to get pregnant. You know, like you can tell, like you know they're going crazy. So you gotta find the man cow like young without chop the ball to make her pregnant. And you gotta do it like quick. You don't have many time, you know, because otherwise if she don't want anymore, and then you cannot push, you know. You cannot rape the cow.
Because you guys know, Senko lives on a farm. Like I don't know if you guys know that. Like Senko straight up lives on a farm. Like she's like a farmer. You know what I mean? Straight up farmer. So, dude, she literally has two completely separate lives. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine a person who lives more differently on the road versus off the road. You know what I mean? It's like, because the UFC, that whole production is a circus, man. It's a circus. That's what all of them call it. They're like, it's a traveling circus, because everybody travels together. They all stay in the same hotel. You know, they're even, you know, the commentators, they got to be sharp, but like all of them party when they're there. And it's chaos, and all of them are famous. So that when they go downstairs, they're all getting mobbed, and like they just get this massive amount of attention. And then Senko goes home, and she's literally on this massive amount of land on a farm by herself with like her son and her husband. And her husband is not like he's like, he doesn't like a lot of attention. So it's just completely separate, like, which is kind of cool, honestly. Dude, listen. She wouldn't be a bad farmer's daughter to bag if she wasn't already completely bagged. The coke is out of control. I need rehab. Okay. All right. Gabrielle. I don't know where she went. Whoops. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. Oh, fuck. There we go. CNN force. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Dude, my throat is, I don't know what is going on, dude. I was filming this morning, and like my throat was just toast. It was really bizarre. Like I have no idea. I'm not sick, nothing. Like just out of nowhere. But dude, I have a video that I'm gonna drop. I think I'm gonna drop it today. But it's like much more documentary style than normal, because, bro. So I'll give you guys a preview since this has been going 43 minutes. Check this out, okay? So Justin Bieber is married to Hailey Bieber, right? Okay. Hailey Bieber is a psycho, okay? Like, what's the right way to put this, okay? So Justin Bieber might be the very first person or very first superstar to marry his stalker. And that's not a joke at all. And when you guys watch this documentary that I made, like, or, you know, kind of, it's really honestly more, it was like this series of TikToks that I kind of compiled and reacted to, but it ends up coming off like a documentary. Like, I couldn't even start to do justice to how batshit crazy Hailey Bieber is. She will kill you. Like, kill you. Did I watch MMA Guru? I saw a clip of it on X. I saw a clip of it on X, but no, I didn't watch the whole thing. I had Bryce Mitchell on. I really hope he wins, but they are definitely trying to feed Bryce to I mean, like, he's fighting Gene Silva because the UFC brass, probably above Dana, think that guy is going to decapitate him. You know, would be my guess. Getting that ammo care package dropped in the mail today or tomorrow. Oh, nice, dude. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the ammo, dude. Shop from Oroville. What's up, bro? One of my craziest ex-girlfriends is from Oroville, believe it or not. But so is one of my favorite people in the world, Mike McDaniel's wife, which is one of my best friend's sister. Yeah, I mean, dude, Bryce is like, this is the thing, dude. You can hold on, let me Let me just make sure that I didn't. Oh, I did. Will you enlist if we go to war in the Middle East? No. Why on earth would I do that? Xavier Lopez, thank you very much. Super chat. How does it feel knowing I only get my news from you and Tim Pool? Keep up the good work, homie. I would say you probably get a lot more news from Tim Pool than me, but that is very appreciated, and I genuinely appreciate you, my dude. Wait. If Dana gives me that 1,000 and the gold, I'll fight MMA Guru. Wait, what's the... I don't understand. Is that like, is that what, did Bryce say that? Or are you saying that? I don't know. But, yeah, like, they definitely think that Bryce is going to, or at the very least, Gene Silva is like their guy. He's going to fuck Bryce up. There's just honestly, there is no world where a person can say anything even remotely positive about Hitler, Nazis, or anything like that, or honestly, even you're even dancing on kind of shaky ground if you defend or even kind of say that the militants in Palestine have any reason to be like angry and militant with that group. Like they just have no tolerance for it at all. And like, if you're a professional fighter and you say something like that, you find out real quick that Dana does in fact have a boss, you know, like at the end of the day, they let him run the company, but you start talking like that and the real bosses are going to come down and they're like, make sure that he loses his next fight in devastating fashion. Cause that is absolutely what they're trying to do. And look, dude, like at the end of the day, honestly, I like Bryce Mitchell's jiu-jitsu. No one that is even remotely near his weight class is going to out grapple that guy. He is incredible at jiu-jitsu. Incredible. Gene Silva is nightmare fuel on the feet though. And, you know, I was trying to think like, let me look at something real quick. So let me see. So Gene Silva, man, and Gene Silva's coming off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a row. Jesus. 12 in a row and 4 consecutive knockout stoppages. Now let me show you something else. Okay. Let me tell you how I know for sure that the UFC is trying to get Bryce knocked out. Okay. So this is Bryce's current opponent. Okay. Last 4 fights, 4 straight knockouts in UFC, right? Okay. Well, check this out. Whoops. Where'd it go? All right. Now watch this. So Bryce obviously got knocked out hard by Josh Emmett. Okay. Well, check this out. Okay. Look, I'm not talking to you, Siri. Stop listening to me. Okay. So check this. So right after he gets knocked out, he doesn't fight again for a year. And then who does he fight? Kron Gracie, who is the least likely fighter in the entire UFC on the roster to knock Bryce out. Kron Gracie. That's them protecting him, right? Like just bottom line, that's them protecting him. They gave him a year because they loved Bryce. They gave him a year to recover, and then they gave him Kron. Then he said the shit about Hitler, and now he is fighting a person who is an absolute knockout machine. Okay, look at these are, it's 4 UFC fights, all knockouts. Okay, on the Contender Series, he has a decision. I kind of, Contender Series, people can get wigged out, but nonetheless, the last fight before Contender, he has a guy quit midway through the first round. Spartacus, knockout in the first round. One before that, guillotine choke first round, knockout, guillotine, knockout, decision, loss. That's all the way back in 2018. I mean, like, dude, he knocks everyone out. Bottom line. That is why he is, that's why. DC, I can't say that on this channel, nor would I if I could, dude. They pushed your channel because you were pushing their propaganda, aka the fake bang bang. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if he hits harder than Emmett, dude. I don't know if that's accurate, dude. Josh Emmett, if he catches you clean, hits as hard as anybody like ever. That guy that guy has new, as you found out when he knocked out fucking Bryce Mitchell, that guy is he's got thermonuclear power. But he also telegraphs those punches in a lot of cases, so they don't land very often. But if they land, I mean, you saw. Bro, how sick is it? How sick is the mini Beretta? Isn't that awesome? It's literally, look at how small it is. It doesn't shoot, but it's like, it works. Everything else, it works exactly the same. So it's perfect for like showing my daughters like how they work before I take them to shoot. It's like, you know, you can like teach them to handle loading and unloading a firearm without any risk of it going off. You know what I mean? Yankees fan, what's up, dude? Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, my good sir. No, this, you could have this, and you could have this in Canada. It's not a real gun. It's a model. What I'm talking about makes you really unique. Dude, I hear, if you're talking about the channel, I mean, that's kind of how I thought it would work, but I really think it hurts me with the algorithm. Like, maybe I might just like, I'll post some stuff like obviously after the fights on Saturday, I'll post videos about it and all that, and we'll see how it goes. But no, not a mini 22. Yeah, Guru's huge. Guru's super big. Dude, you guys want to know what I got yesterday? First of all, I got my first bolt action, like long rifle with a big scope on it. I got the Taurus Expedition because it's their first venture into like rifles. You know, like I don't have any Taurus pistols, but I just read that they made a really good rifle. And since this is their very first one, I'm like, I bet you they're going to make a really good firearm because it's like their entry into a new sector. They're going to try to do a good job. So I got that. I got a big Vortex Viper sight on it, but I also got a forced reset trigger on my Ruger AR. And I'm very excited about that, dude. It's the first, you know, like kind of adjustment that can turn a thing into hold it down and it just goes bang over and over and over. They're probably going to make it illegal, but it's legal now. So I got one of those. I'm excited. The Taurus is chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, and then my AR is just 223-556. Well, it's not like I can't remember what they did with bump stocks. Like, it's not a bump stock. It's I don't know. Maybe you know what it is. It's a forced reset though. It's legal. It's completely legal. There's nothing illegal about anything I was talking about. 100% legal. I'm just saying, because of how well they work, I anticipate they will probably in a future state make them illegal. You know what I mean? Confiscating FRT? Really? I'm in Texas, man. They're definitely legal where I am, for sure. I didn't get it yet, but I will once I do, for sure. Yeah. Hey, I wouldn't hold my breath, man, on them returning those for sure. Oh, I remember the other thing I was going to show you guys. Did you guys see did you guys see this where so you guys know Sydney Sweeney is reportedly single now. And so Kyle from Nelk Boys is on a FaceTime with Sydney Sweeney right here. This is him dropping game. You guys tell me, how do you guys think he did? He didn't do terrible. That's actually a it would be easy to critique him there. Oh, you guys couldn't hear that? Oh, god damn it. Okay, hang on. Let me here, I'll redo it. Hang on. Sometimes I got you, dude. I got you. Hang on. All right.
Who's your favorite?
Here you go.
Sydney, we want to know who's your favorite UFC fighter.
I mean, I've always been a fan of Ronda. I actually got to hang out with Ronda like a lunch and that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey's a good one. That's a good take. She put women's MMA on the map.
She really did.
I love the robe, by the way, too. I'm a huge robe guy.
I was thinking of that.
All right, well, we're going to have a couple Guinnesses in your honor tonight. We wish you were with us, but
Enjoy.
congrats on all your success. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Damn, I think I'm in.
Okay. So it like he made a couple mistakes. But for, like trying to like, you know, if that sounds like that was like the first time he talked to her, most likely. And it's like, dude, there's a million people around. She sees there's a million people watching. She had someone with her. That's like weird on its own. But the part where he fucked up was he was like, we wish you were with us. And then he didn't let her respond. He didn't let her respond. She's like freshly single, dude. She's looking to get, you know, she's looking for something meaningless. Nelk Boys, perfect. But well, maybe depends on how she wants to handle being single, because the Nelk Boys are fun for that. But then you got to bet there's a high probability that is going to get out, that you did that. And if you're Sydney Sweeney, I don't know if that's good or bad, but nonetheless, he should have shut the fuck up after he said, we wish you were here. He says, we wish you were here, and let her respond, because that's what she might have been like, well, invite me next time. But he talked to, you know, he messed up, but neither here nor there. Also, he shouldn't have talked about a robe. Two rules. Okay. Well, number one rule ever is if you are talking to a girl that you think is sexy, you're both single, never get caught looking at her boobs ever. Ever. Never, ever, ever. Me and Gabrielle do an episode on this today. No. That's incorrect. He absolutely should have said that. We wish you were with us, and then let her make a comment in response. That was one of the good things he did. But don't ever get caught looking at a girl's boobs ever. You're finished right there. Like, you're done. Okay? Unless you're already in there, but don't ever get caught. Now, if you comment on her outfit when you're on the phone, same thing. It's basically the same thing. And also, don't ever ask a girl about her ethnicity when you first meet her. That's also the same thing. But nonetheless. Bingo. Put the bait out and then quiet. Oh, everybody's got, yeah, I mean, okay, depends on the girl. If it's Sydney fucking Sweeney, if it's a girl who is highly sought after and is not a whore, don't get caught looking. Okay? Because that puts you in a different category. Puts you in, like, because the guy that doesn't look, okay, that's the one where, okay, this is the easiest way I can explain this, okay? What is the most obvious inherent leverage position that girls have over dudes? Okay. They know the dude wants to fuck them. Okay. If the girl doesn't know, if you're confident and they can't figure, they're like, does he not want it? If she thinks you don't want it, that will make you 10 times more desirable. You mentioned the robe. That's the same as being like, I want to take you out of that robe. Hey, what ethnicity are you? It's like, God, you're so pretty. Tell me what ethnicity you are. Get caught looking at the boobs and they're like, got him, got him, got him. That's why. So you're charming and funny, but never let them think that you want to bang. That's your best bet. All right. Anyway, Gabrielle. Is she not here? Hey, let's film. All right. Well, let's film when you're ready. Agree. Between 1 and 2. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. Me and Gabrielle are gonna be filming later. And go follow Play with Matches. We just put one up yesterday about a teacher that had sex with her student and then blamed her husband. It's the stupidest thing ever, dude. High school teacher has sex with teenager, and then after being caught and criminally charged, blames her husband. He was neglecting me, y'all. So you had sex with your student? Your teenage student? That makes sense. Anyway, it's a hilarious episode. Check that out. But Gabrielle and I are going to do an episode about Sydney Sweeney and Kyle from the Nelk Boys, because it'll be interesting to get a girl's take on that. All right. I'm going to jump. Love you guys. Peace.